Everybody is everybody's posting about what's going on right now. A lot of these Latinos are crying and whatnot. Mind you, everybody is pretty much being deported. They said Chinese nationals that have been here illegally are being sent back. Haitians, everybody, Guatemalans, Colombians, Mexicans. You're going to hear some African nationals being deported. You know, people have been coming here illegally for decades, and it's got to stop. It literally has to stop, you know. And what I wanted to talk about is all these people are talking about this and they're talking about that. But what I wanted to talk about is I've been seeing a lot of posts on Facebook, and this one person was talking about how they are cutting off all relationships. It doesn't matter who it is in their life that are parasitical. You know, these posts have been going on for a long time, and I agree. It doesn't matter what the relationship is, your father, your mother, your uncles, your own children. If people, I was just talking to my mother about this recently, you know, whoever, and she agreed because she's going through that with her own adopted daughter. She hasn't talked to her and I think it's been 10 years because of parasitical relationship where some people just want something, and if they can't get it, then they create all these lies and dramas about you and all this other stuff. And it's like she said, she's tired, and I'm tired of the situations that I've gone through with evil, sick, parasitical people. America has had a one-sided relationship with the world for a long damn time. I'm going to cover two different topics: America's parasitical relationship with the world, and also the simple fact that people keep saying, well, you are on stolen land and the natives own this land. Let me end that once and for all. The white man owns this land. Let's just be honest. The natives lost, black Americans lost, and white people been controlling it ever since. And unless you have a plan to take it back, stop talking about the Native Americans. They lost. Get over it. This is the story of life. It is the oldest story of human life itself, right? There's winners and there's losers. The white man won this country. You got to get over it, and you got to move on from that stupid argument. You have to move on, right? We'll get back to America's parasitical relationship. It's the truth. This world has perceived America as the world's breadbasket where we have to take care of everybody. You know, for these past couple of years with this ridiculous inflation, the rent is too damn high all over the country. Everything is too damn high. Everything is going up. You know, why would anybody not think that sympathy is coming to an end? That's what this one woman said. Where's the compassion? It all comes to an end. We are thinking about ourselves, right? Do you not know how the average American is struggling to make ends meet? I talk to people all the time. I was just talking to an Uber driver, and she was just telling me how, she's got a job. She's got a full-time job. She's got a boyfriend. And it's like they both work full-time jobs, and they're both doing Uber and stuff like that. You know, these are difficult times for Americans, and I look at all these commercials. Some of these commercials are old, right? They've never updated these commercials with these hungry kids on the commercial from different countries. This stuff is going to go away. It's going to go away. America and Americans have been taking care of. My aunt passed away, peace be upon her, rest her soul, over, it was like over 15 years ago. She used to send money to those things, sponsor a child so that they can eat. All that stuff is coming to an end. It really is. You have American children that are starving right here, right? You have an African Union over there in Africa. These Africans are going to have to figure out how to take care of themselves, how to get their governments in line, so that the corruption and the corrupt leaders are put down. The resources are distributed so that their people on that continent can eat. We are not responsible for taking care of anybody. Period. If I'm going to give to a charity, I'm going to give to an American-based charity. I am not responsible for people outside of this country. I'm not. Right? So sympathy is gone out the window, especially for a lot of these Latinos. A lot of these Latinos are very, very racist towards black people. They really are. They don't hide it, okay? They don't hide it. And how they want to ask us for help is like, absolutely not. First of all, we can't help you. Second of all, it's time for you to leave. It really is. I'm looking at wasn't going to be a long one. I'm looking at they didn't say where it was from. I think it was Buffalo, New York. I saw the story this morning how this guy came here illegally 20 years ago, and he was arrested, and he was deported, and he came back, and the newsman was emphasizing how, well, he has a business and he employs people. Listen, it doesn't matter. The law is the law. Don't bring up Native Americans. Don't bring up stolen land. The white man's controlling this country. The white man has created the laws. If you want to try to overthrow it and make your own law, go ahead. But until you have a plan to do that, this country is run by the white man. This is his laws. Um, and any country has their own immigration laws. I saw this video this morning. All these true life stories of people living in other people's houses for a long time. These people didn't even know it until they heard some noise or whatever. And some of these people got arrested. So what are you going to say? Well, they never harmed anybody, and that person actually went to work every day, and it doesn't matter. They invaded that person's house. That's against the law. You don't do stuff like this. So sympathy is over. It's over. I don't care if this person has been in this country for 30 years and they've never, and this whole lark about they've never broken any laws, they have. They came in here illegally. They've been pushed to the front of the line in front of black people. They've been receiving a lot of benefits that black people can't get. We're tired of this nonsense. We're tired of this nonsense, and it's time for these people to go back home. and all the damn crying and all the damn tears, and the children are afraid. Nobody cares anymore. These people are acting like they are being rounded up and shot and thrown in mass graves. None of this stuff is happening. These people are being rounded up. They're giving food and water and clothing, showers if they need a shower, medical care if they need a medical care. The United States government is able to decide who is going to stay here to get court orders or court dates or whatever. But everybody else that is subject to immediate deportation, you are put on a plane and you are flown back home alive. So all this, oh, they're crying and all this. Your family members are not being killed. I mean, just stop the nonsense. If they were being killed, that would be a whole nother story. But they're not. They're just going back home where they have family back home, and that's it. So all sympathy and empathy goes out the window eventually. My mother was just telling me, closing it out in North Carolina, where she is. You know, these. She said the eggs are like $8. I said, what? She said, yeah, we are suffering here, and we don't care about these people who don't belong here. And all nations have immigration laws, and to worry about fake Selena Gomez crying, nobody cares anymore. Just go back home. Go back home to wherever you came from. There should be plenty of food wherever you go to. And you need to tell your leaders that your leaders need to do better. They need to provide job opportunities for the people. Fleeing eternally is not going to solve your problem. Americans have a very parasitic one-way relationship with the world. Everybody accepts or expects Americans to give, but we've all run out of giving. The pockets are dry, the emotions are dry, and people are going to have to get used to this new reality. That's what I told this person. All emotion and sympathy is gone because some of our people have sympathy for these people. And regardless of your race and language that you speak, I don't. I want you to get the hell out of here. As the guy on my as a brother on my lunch as a brother on my job says, grab your lunchbox and get the hell out of here.